gonna go and dive into the Sicilian? You need help. The Yuzong won't be able to do it just alone. The Farce is gonna be zoned away by the Terizla now. They go for the Lunok, so hey, more dive. I thought it was gonna be like a marksman that they wanted to go for. One proving to be a bit of an issue for her.
Well, Lunok does take a bit of time. Level 1, not as vulnerable as people think. There's a decent amount of sustain coming in as well, but look at this. This is Ku trying to make sure that he comes obnoxious attack. And look at that Rosemary just taken very, very low. That Hilda presence in the early game is just so oppressive. Thank you for actually engaging in any sort of aggression. So for Zero, that is something that they can take advantage of, and you can see that Burmese Ghouls are already moving towards the top side. They're playing for the turtle, but with a quote-unquote losing lane, maybe Zero Esports Gaming can try and get something to happen.
With the wave management here, Pin actually able to find the Retribution, stealing it away despite not having pressure. Ku now looking for some more. Now Blast charged in. That's the feather airstrike canceled out by Hyung, looking for a massive play. It's a penalty zone to knock 3 members up, and it's still ZEG who finds the dub despite having the weaker early game on that Sicilian. 1 kill for AC. Rosemary was able to find a Numina Blast, and without the Purify, you're so open, you're so vulnerable. You don't even have Flicker now, and you can see they're chasing Venus down. We're still able to find a stun on Rosemary right now with the follow-up coming through. The feather airstrike finally comes down, and Ku actually picks up the kill. Definitely not the not what you want, not ideal if you're Burmese Ghouls, but a kill is a kill.
A kill is a kill. The pressure on the map is still very, very real, and this is where the Burmese Ghouls actually have an advantage. We talked about the burst damage being too much to deal with in the early game. If they don't get caught in a big 5v5 team fight like we saw at the Turtle early on, it's not gonna be it's gonna be pretty smooth sailing unless they make a huge mistake. Venus for sure needs to maintain distance. She cannot let them get close.
Yeah, that was just pretty sad. I was looking at the minions. Papao just barely missed the cannon minion here, but it's gonna be the retry battle again, and Pin is just 2 on point here. Torn apart memory, already fully snacked, doesn't go for it just yet, goes for the stun, petrified up, that's the flicker out, but in the back line is gonna be Mira who finds the penalty zone onto Venus, who's 1 HP. Laying on the other side, gonna be falling to the hands of Papao. Not CS is running away, 1 HP, just barely, but Rosemary wants to chase, flickers forward, gets the kill. Ku pops in, no, doesn't even pop in a sprint, just gets a burst of movement speed to get out from that mid lane. It is still ZEG who are winning in this skirmish. 5 minutes in, and the tier 1 in the mid lane of a Sicilian is going to fall.
Counter engaging, and the Burmese Ghouls have no solution to the counter gameplay that ZEG is using against them right now.
I think right now, Zero Esports, they're just really playing the map well, right? They understand the power of every single hero that they have. They have the Brody who's ahead in lane. They rotate the Brody over towards the XP lane to actually go for some sieges here, knowing that, again, that's what Brody does best. Mira on the weak side of the map, she's completely fine here. 4-man gank is fine. The Brody's going to be able to find more value because he actually jumps in with the penalty zone, baiting out every single ability. And again, it's still going to be worth it because the tier 2 is going to be sieged down by Papao and Pen. Sure, Burmese Ghouls find a kill, but even if they get the tier 1, the tier 2 up top is just so much more value, and they get it for free. Turret down below still not taken down. They're not even going to go for it because Lumina Blast finds 2 members. It's a dive, and it's a disaster for the Burmese Ghouls.
And look at Ecstatic just picking up the kills bit by bit. The bad impact at this point. 7 minutes into the game, still doing a lot of damage already. Burmese Ghouls, they're just getting completely out-rotated, to secure her purple buff. But the orange might be a different story. But ZEG are on the bottom side. And looking at the items, the Lightning Truncheon is completed for Ecstatic. So this is a lot of damage. And if you're wondering how Mira is able to sustain for so long, she does have the Athena shield. And for the most part, that's one of the first items she rushed in. And Rosemary taking the opposite approach, going for the Radiant Armor.
That's a turn apart memory, sniping him off, but Ecstatic finds it with a bad impact anyways. Ku forced to use the sprint away. The feather airstrike in the mid lane only onto Mira. She's doing a real good job at zoning the members. Numina Blast barely connecting, but still finding the jungler. And Ecstatic is able to pick up a mega kill. Seiko with the damage, definitely not enough. The bulwark and the bad impact just deals more. Holy, 10 minutes in. How does Ecstatic deal this much damage, Arashi?
5-0 and 5. That is how, and now with that advantage, with 4 members down from the side of Burmese Ghouls,
10 minutes!
it will be a 10-minute game picked up by ZEG.